students are finishing up their drywall today. They're getting inspected, moving on to putting in their windows. So they gotta put flashing in. We'll put a level up, make sure that the windows flush. We have one house that also has their door in already. So hopefully those will be things that are done by the end of the day, and some taping and mudding will be going on soon too. And right behind me up here, I have this crew working on their roof. Because we are outside and we're fighting the elements, we're trying to get that done as quick as we can so we can get some coverage on it so that it's not leaking. The goal for today, for example, the house that I have out here, the goal for today is to try to get as much of the sheathing done as possible for the roof. If it's possible and if they work quickly enough, maybe start working on some of the paper. That way it becomes waterproof. For the houses inside, the goal for today is to install all of their windows, possibly the doors, and get starting on some taping at the very least if some of them aren't able to get to mudding. But ideally, it would be nice if we could get some of them to start taping and mudding today. I believe Corey has worked with Dan for a number of years, so he knows what to inspect on our houses while we're here, and it's very crucial to have them here. You know, us as instructors, we're supposed to try to tell them, like, this is what's going to be checked, so make sure that you do it. But it's nice that they are still able to go in and they are still able to talk with him, and he's able to walk them through the houses or whatever part of the build and really show them in depth, like, this is what we mean, this is what's going on. And it's a big help. It's a big help, especially since we're doing the whole perceptual learning, you know, and you're mostly just building something, not really getting a whole lot of why are you doing it this way, but then after the fact it comes and you're just like, okay, it all makes sense. It'll all tie in together.
Good morning.
Good morning. Right now, Corey is inspecting their drywall, so he's explaining to them what to do. So you can use your 6-inch knife, run it down the screws, make sure that you don't hear the metal on metal, otherwise that means you have to sneak it in a little bit farther. He's showing them too, up in the corner there, their drywall kind of bulged out a little bit, so they can cut it and we'll fix it with some mud.
How important are these inspections to be able to move forward? Because, I mean, every single step of the process has to be perfect, right?
About as perfect as it can be for students and people that have never done this before. But it's crucial to the next step. With it being drywall, you know, it's going to get taped, mud, and then we'll have paint over it. So you want it to be a nice, smooth job. Otherwise, you're going to be able to tell even after it's painted. Because not only is it teaching them what to look for in their inspections, it helps me as a teacher. Like Dan and Corey and even Rick, like, they help me learn so much more. And they help me tricks with tricks of the trades, you know, that I didn't know when I was going to school. And so I'm able to help my students out even more. Absolutely invaluable, definitely. I think that they're a huge asset to the team, and I'm very, very grateful that they're here. So one of my houses inside, Carol and Andre, they're gonna start taping their seams right now, and they'll be working on mud. Probably, depending on how quickly they work, probably get onto mudding after our lunch break. Yeah, absolutely. If they haven't already gotten that, like, this is real work and it takes a lot of effort and it is hard, then, I don't, I don't know what to tell them. Like, they're going to be in for a rude awakening when they see that next week and the following week is the last 2 weeks that they have to finish this build. They're going to have to really put some pedal to the metal and really hustle. I think that their personalities are really starting to come out some more too, so they're really starting to get to know each other a little bit better. I always thought personally that it took about 2 months to really adjust to everything, for your body to finally feel like, okay, I'm not as exhausted, and you really get to know everybody. Right now there's still a couple people that haven't changed in their partnerships yet, so they don't know how they work with each other, but that'll be coming to an end soon. And yeah, I'm sure that they're feeling the pressure. We've gone over what we still need to get done in the house, so they're working hard though, and I can't ask anything more of them. Very smart. They are definitely putting forth that mental aspect of just work through it. We gotta get this done. I think at the end of the day, as long as they understand that that's part of the reason why they're here. It's not just to earn these skills and whatever, right? But it's also to show them that, like, in the real world, if you do decide to get into any of these trades, like, meeting timelines is a thing. Like, it's part of the job. And so, they're starting to really understand that. And I don't know, I can't speak for the other classes, but I feel like my classes, after sheathing, they really got that. And so now that they understand that we have a couple more weeks left, like, I think that they feel the pressure and they're just willing to put in that hard work. I think my piece of advice would just be, don't give up. You have a couple more builds to work on, so giving up, I feel, is not an option, and it will get easier. I promise that the second and by the third time that you do it, you will move so much faster. You won't need so much explaining because that muscle memory will have already been set in. And we start kind of going over more of the why things work, how they work, and so then that way when they're ready to take their R62 as well, not just knowing how to do it and implementing it, but also understanding why, there's the codes and everything that's behind it.